Go live. Hi, Instagram. Hello, my Instagram followers. Welcome to our weekly Wednesday Facebook Live tutorial. I was having some technical difficulty and StreamYard was giving me some issues and telling me that I have challenges coming on live. So hi, Stephanie Rich. Thank you for joining me on Instagram today. And for those of you who's joining me on Facebook, we're going to have to let you come on because it's a little slow. So if you are joining me on Facebook, just make sure that you come on and say hi so I can see your name. I see 2 eyeballs. That means I have 2 people watching me on Facebook. And who else is here? Chocolates Me Creations. It's here with me. Hi, Carla from Naples Party Planner. It's here with me. And okay, so on Instagram. Hi, Siobhan. Thank you for joining me. And Christine is here as well. Hi, Helen. Thank you for joining me today. Hi, Cindy, Christine as well on Instagram. So good to have all my people showing up on time. For those of you who's joining me on Facebook, if you want me to see your name, please click on StreamYard, the link by StreamYard, so that I can see your name because they will publish your name. So Christine, you'll be so kind to drop that link for our members to click on it. So today I decided to do a change of scenery. All right, so I decided to do it in my living room because the lighting is so nice. And for those Instagrammers, you can see me actually sitting up and see a lot more of my of what I'm wearing today. So, and I'm sitting on my chair cross-legged. For Facebook, you see the top part. This is the beauty of virtual events, right? You have to just make sure that you get dressed at the top and of course at the dress at the bottom, but make sure that you are all presentable. So I'm also streaming this today to YouTube. So my YouTube subscribers, thank you for joining me, and you get notification that a new video just got uploaded after we finish this presentation as well. So today, for those of you who are joining me the first time, you don't know who I am, my name is May Yo Silvers. I am the owner of M2 Hospitality, a 6-figure event planning company, and also the founder, event mentor and coach for Events for Anyone, where we provide a mentorship program called the Unstoppable Eventrepreneur to event planners to help them start and grow their event planning company into also a multiple 6-figure business. So today we have the pleasure of inviting a representative or the community manager of Tailwind. So Tailwind is an app, a social media app, and I'm not going to talk too much about it because I'm going to let the person who actually is with this company and knows the in and outs of this app to share with us what can Tailwind do for our social media and how can we up our social media game, work more effectively and efficiently. So hi, Dorothy. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Rose Tree Event Center. Thank you for joining me as well. All right, so let's see. I'm going to, now for those of you who are on Instagram, if you want to see the behind the scene, how this app works, all right, you need to click on the link on my bio, inside my bio, to join my Facebook group, because Melissa, who is the presenter today, will be showing the behind the scene of how the app works, all right? Okay, so let me just bring her in. Hi, Dre. Thank you for joining me on Facebook. Okay, here. Hi, Melissa. Thank you for joining me today. So tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, what does Tailwind does, and how does it help its users?
Sure. Yeah. So I'm Melissa Megginson. I have been with Tailwind for almost 9 years now. This is the only real job I've ever had, and I love it. I really love my job in particular here.
Oh, hold on. Before I interrupt you,
yeah,
do you want to join me on Instagram as well?
Yeah, I requested a while ago.
So let's see. Tell me, what's your Instagram handle?
Melmeg.
Okay, not here yet. Oh, right here. View request. Okay, got it. Well, I had, okay, let's say go live with Melmeg. There you go. Let's see if you're up on Instagram as well.
Okay.
Don't you love this thing? Oh, there you go. Ooh, let me put down my volume.
That does not want to go all the way down for me, but hopefully it's okay now.
Yes, it's all good. Ooh, there is also a background. So you may want to have to put down your volume on your Instagram.
It is all the way down.
What about your laptop?
Well, I can't put it down on my laptop because then I can't hear you.
Okay, there you go.
Well,
let me try. Hold on. Okay, is it good now?
Okay, I think so. Okay, perfect. Yay, that worked.
All right. Okay, there you go. So now you're here on Instagram and you're also here on Facebook. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, what should we be looking at?
Looking at both things here. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, big part of my job is coming on and doing things like this, teaching people about the different networks that we offer, how to use Tailwind to find the most success. And right now we are specifically offering Pinterest and Instagram. Very soon, like in the next few weeks, we'll have full capabilities with Facebook as well. So you'll be able to create, plan, schedule, analyze your Facebook posts as well. But right now it's just Pinterest and Instagram. So at least for the scheduling part, you can still make really great graphics for all of the networks. So that's really what I will be showing you today, is how to find that success. And then here in maybe a month or so, I'll come back and show off everything that's new.
Fantastic. So, okay. So I will be monitoring the chat. If for those of you who's watching me on Instagram, again, if you want to see the behind the scenes, go to join the Facebook group. Otherwise, just drop in the chat the questions and I will be able to read out to Melissa, both on Instagram and also on Facebook. So right now, from what you just said, Tailwind app is able to post to Pinterest and Instagram, and in a few couple of weeks will be for Facebook as well, correct?
Yes.
So before we dive into behind the scene, tell me a little bit, why do you think Tailwind is more superior to the other social media apps out there compared to Hootsuite, Buffer, and stuff like that?
Yeah, especially as we start adding all of the different networks, it's really a great place to do everything you need in one space. So you can create your images for social, you can schedule them, they'll be automatically posted on your accounts, you can keep track of your analytics. Everything you need to do is all in Tailwind. So you don't have to be going to, over to Canva and then over to Hootsuite and then over to Facebook. You can do everything right within Tailwind. So it really helps you save time. What we're trying to do is become your marketing team. You're really inexpensive, very easy to use marketing team. So that's the ultimate goal. That's what we're working towards. We have a lot of great new features even right now within the tool, and we're just continually adding more too.
Okay, good. You might want to move your camera for your Instagram more to your left or something like that.
Well, I was actually thinking about flipping it so that people could see my screen.
Sure.
All right.
Even better.
Even better. So then hopefully we can get.
Let's see. Don't you love this technology?
I'm trying here. I'm trying. I also don't want it to block my face. What if we did it over here? Okay. Is that?
Yeah, we can see. Not too clear, but good enough.
Okay, good enough. If you want to really see it, got to join the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Fantastic. This is great. Okay. Woohoo. Okay. Good. So let's look at the behind the scene.
All right. So got my screen share.
Let me add you to the screen.
There we go.
And I'm going to make it real big. So
perfect.
Like this.
Perfect. Yes, perfect.
Okay.
So right now I am in my Tailwind dashboard. I'm currently logged in under my Instagram account, but for our really amazing new tool, Tailwind Create, doesn't really matter what you're logged into. So this is where you can create and plan all of your social media content. There's a few different ways you can do it. And so the first way, if I just come up here, I'll grab this blog post here. I can copy and paste that in. Really great thing about this is that it actually pulls in the images from this post. It automatically grabs those. So then you can use them. I can just select them.
So, okay, let's go slow a little bit.
Okay.
So for instance, if I want to repurpose my blog post and then use my blog post and make it into a social media post for Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook.
Right.
So what did you put in just now? You put the link for the blog post onto that box over there?
Correct. Yep. So just under site photos here, we have the URL that you can paste in. That could be your blog post, that could be your homepage, that could be a product listing, whatever it is you want to create these social images around, that's all you paste in there.
Okay.
So that's a really easy way to automatically get those images in. And I don't know if this one may not be the prettiest, but it'll work. We'll make it work.
So you put in the blog post, and then what image do they pull out?
Any of the ones that are on the page.
On the blog post page?
Yes. So it's similar if you use the Tailwind extension or the Pinterest extension. If I click here, these are all the images that Tailwind pulls from the website that you can then schedule. So there's a few different ways that you can use Tailwind for this. The scheduling tool, the extension, helps you schedule directly from the blog post. So if you have those images already made and loaded in, you can do that. But if you don't have the images made or you want to make new images, you can do that in Tailwind Create as well.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So have a few in here. I can edit the text. It automatically pulled in the title of the page. And so I have the complete list of Facebook image sizes. I can delete that. And with Tailwind app, I'll add a subtitle, create great images. And you can even add in a call to action and say, join now. And as I'm adding in these different text options, you can see that they're changing on the actual images themselves. I can switch between the different ones that I want to see. So say I wanted to see what the pins look like. I can click there and it'll just show me what the pins will look like. I'm not a huge fan of the color palette that I have now. Let's see, let's change out this brown. I would like to use beach. And so we have some that are preloaded. We have all of these preloaded ones in here, or you can choose the colors from the images. You can create your own custom colors that you use. It just really depends on what you want the images to look like. So now that I have the color palette, I can also switch out my branding. So I have my website here, logo, isn't loaded in yet, but if I had my logo loaded in, it would automatically add that, or you can even do no branding. And so anything that you change over here changes on the images over here. So I'll add back my website, brand name, and now I can start picking out some images that I would like to use. I think this one's really neat. I can shuffle the colors, see what they look like with different colors on there. I can even change the layout if I want. And see what it looks like in different positions, switch out the photos really easily. Don't like those as much. So let's get back to that first one. There we go. So I think this one's really neat. I think it would make a great overall social post. So if I click on the see more here, I can see what it looks like, this particular template, as a pin, as an Instagram feed post, as an Instagram story, as well as a Facebook post. If I wanted to just select a few of them, I could just select a few of them, but I'm actually going to select all of these to go schedule. And now that we've used the blog post, I'm going to exit out of these and start over with some stock photos. This is especially great if you don't have a URL for the images that you're making it. Maybe you haven't published the blog post yet or haven't published the URL that you want to promote. So you can just type in different stock photos. So if I do wedding.
And these are the stock photos inside Pinterest?
We pull these from Unsplash.
Okay, so but it's already inside the sorry, what I meant, these are the stock photos inside Tailwind. That's what
yes.
I meant. Okay, all right. So we can actually use it. Okay.
Right. Yeah. And so we do have different plan levels. We'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. But with your main account, even if you're using our free account, you do get a good amount of free stock photos that you can use. There are others that are paid, but there's plenty of free stock photos that you can use. So I am going to change it to a Facebook feed post. and we'll switch out the text. I'll say, great wedding planning made easy. I want a nice romantic looking text here. Let's see.
And you're in the Creator Studio, correct?
I'm in Tailwind Create.
Okay, Tailwind Create. Okay.
Yes. And so, yeah, if you have Tailwind, you have access to the Tailwind Create. And you can upload your own custom fonts as well. That's an option, but we do have a ton of fonts just readily available too.
Okay.
And you can switch those out. You can use your own custom fonts if you want. And again, as I'm making these changes, it automatically updates on the images.
So this is like having Canva embedded inside Tailwind.
Right. Yeah, it's very, very easy to use. And this beach picnic, I think, will be pretty. So now I can go through and look at some of the ones that I think may be nice to use. So I can switch out the photos here. And if I wanted to go in and edit it a little bit more, make it a little more custom, maybe move things around, you can also do some custom editing. So if I wanted to make this a little bit closer in or move this over, you can do a lot of really custom things with our templates. And so you can either just start with the template and say, okay, it's good to go, or you can go in and edit it a little bit. Again, we can say, okay, I want to see what the other ones look like. All these look really great. Maybe I want to edit this one a little, drag over the image so we can see the lady. You don't even have to go into the editor to do that, to change the background. Super, super simple to just adjust where those images are. And I'll go ahead and select these as well. So now that I have those loaded in, oh, actually, before I move on from here, I'll show you how to set up your custom brand settings. So here you can have everything consistent across the board. You can have whatever your website is, pick your custom fonts. We even have a few curated different types of fonts that work well together. So if you aren't sure where to start with font mixing, you can use some of these to make sure that you're using something that goes together well. We have all of our custom color palettes here. You can also add your own. So if you know your hex code, then or your RGB, you can easily add those in here, as well as your logo. So if you customize this, every time you use Tailwind Create, we'll remember your fonts, your brand information, your logo, your color palettes, everything will be right in here. Super, super easy, makes life a lot easier to do. Okay, so I will go in and review my designs now. And I think they look good. So I'm going to go ahead and go schedule. I'll choose my Instagram account, go schedule. And you might have noticed down here that the images for my Facebook account downloaded. That's because I don't have it set up yet. That's coming really, really soon. Like within the next couple of weeks, we will be able to auto-publish on Facebook as well. But for now, it will download. So then you can just upload those images right into Facebook. All right, so I am in my Instagram account right now. I can see what over here is actually what my feed looks like. That's published, it's public. And then these drafts are showing right here to say, here where your images are, what they'll look like. You can drag them around if you want. Super easy to use. And if we click into one of these, then if I wanted to tag someone, so let's say I wanted to tag Tailwind app, I can do that. So when it auto publishes, that tag will be there. So I got that done. Type in my caption. Easy marketing with Tailwind and Facebook image sizes. And you might have noticed over here as I was typing, these suggested hashtags were updating. So if I click on them, they will be automatically added to my caption. We have these color coded here so that you can know which hashtags are the best to use. Competitive ones are good to have some of, so you can rank a little bit, but you also want to make sure that you're using some of the less popular ones that are more related to what you're actually talking about. So I can even exit out of some of them if they don't match. Poland, not talking about Poland. No Instagram babies here. So you can get new hashtag suggestions. You can also say see more suggestions and add those in. If you have a hashtag list that you really like, you can save those here, and then they will all be in your hashtag list. So you can have a bunch of different ones. One of my favorite hacks here is if you like to have your hashtags in the actual post itself, you can create a formatting one so that it automatically adds the dots and then the hashtag here. Oh, sorry, my cat's wanting to come say hi. And that way you can have that formatting already saved, and so you don't have to do it every single time. Another great thing about
the hashtag suggestion. So Tailwind is able to understand that the content that you're writing,
right,
and it knows what hashtag to suggest.
Yeah, so it bases it on what you're actually saying here, and we say, okay, here are hashtags that other people who are talking about the same thing are using. Here's how popular they are. Here's the ones that we suggest using. And it's just a really great way to make sure you're utilizing hashtags. Recently, like in the past few weeks, one of my coworkers actually talked to someone from Instagram, and they gave her a ton of amazing tips about what Instagram is looking for. And with hashtags, they want you to be using a maximum of 15, even though technically we keep count of them here for you. Even though technically you can use 30, they say the sweet spot is up to 15, but you need to make sure that they are relevant to what it is that you're talking about. And you're not just using like hashtag love because it's really popular. So that was a really good key learning that they told us when they spoke with my coworker.
We can't keep up with Instagram changes.
There's a lot of them. Yeah, and they also said that it's important to make sure that your schedule is consistent. So using something like Tailwind, where you can go in and say, okay, Instagram wants me to be publishing at the same time on the same day every week. The algorithm pays attention to patterns. You can create a schedule using a tool like Tailwind and say, okay, Mondays, that's my Motivation Monday. The suggested time slot, this is when my audience is active, and this is specifically built for your audience on our platform. So we look at when you get engagement, when your audience is paying attention and liking your content, and that's how we come up with these suggested time slots. And it's really important to have that consistency because Instagram literally told us that's what they're looking for here. So it's a really great way to make sure you are keeping consistent. And another thing they recommended is to have a series of sorts. So if you have Motivation Monday or Wedding Wednesdays, make sure you're keeping that up. So not only are you publishing the same type of content on the same day, you also want to make sure it is the same topic. And so we have our content plans that can help you do that. You can customize it. We have some that are pre-made here, or you can add, well, that's on a Wednesday. You can add, Wedding Wednesday or whatever it is that you want to be talking about. And we will automatically add that to your dashboard. So you can make sure that you are, okay, Wednesdays at 3:28 p.m., I am posting about weddings. Tailwind is making sure that I am doing the right thing at the right moment. I can move my Monday post over since the wedding post, and I can even lock it in place so I make sure it doesn't move again. Really great way to keep consistent. And then you can also have stories that you can publish here. So from our Tailwind Create, we created some stories. You can have those also scheduled, but the way that Instagram works, unfortunately, you can't auto-publish the stories. But Instagram also told us that publishing stories consistently, as long as you're publishing, making a few a day and giving the behind the scenes, kind of showing off your personality, that's really what stories are meant for. It's less algorithm-based, less pattern-based than the feed posts, but you still want to make sure that you're being consistent. So stories still need to be active, but there's less importance around the consistency there.
Can you go back to that scheduler that is like really cool? Can you show a little bit about that Tailwind, what you were showing just now with the scheduler, knowing that,
Yeah.
no, before that, the one before that, that shows you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yes. The time slots, yes. Yeah, so this is really kind of the foundation, and it looks the same on Pinterest. And so we have our suggested time slots. This is across the board with every network that we support. We have these that we say, okay, we're a partner with Pinterest and Instagram and Facebook, so we have access to your data. It's safe to use, of course, and we can say, looking at your past experience, this is where our algorithms are telling us that you are getting the highest engagement at these times.
Yes. Okay. Then you have the next slide, which shows you the calendar: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Can I see that slide? Yeah.
Yeah. So right here is where the ones that are not grayed out are the ones that are already published. You can also, so these are made from Tailwind Create, but you can also upload photos. So
there's one that you were showing just now. You said that based on the algorithm, every Wednesday, if we Motivation Monday, and then Wedding Wednesday, you were showing a calendar just now that shows what Tailwind is suggesting you to post on those days. That was what I was referring to.
Yes. So this is the content plans that
correct, the content plan.
Yes. So you can go in and customize. I want to educate my audience on Sunday, and so we have these ones that are pre-made that we loaded in, that are ones that we saw that work really well for other people. But if you have your own types that you want to do, you can create your own custom types. So it could be Sunday scaries or whatever it is you want to post, or Friday funnies. And you can have that saved in your schedule, not on a Sunday, but on a Friday, we can have Friday funnies. We can have Wedding Wednesday. We can have Motivation Monday. So you can customize your content plans so that when you are going in and saying, okay, I'm looking at my 9 grid, I want to make sure that I am consistent with my Funny Fridays, with my Wedding Wednesdays, they're all in here. You're able to do that really simply.
Okay, so there was a question that was asked, is like, why would you want to lock a post in place?
That's just in case you start dragging things around. So now if I wanted to move these around, I think it'll just, well, no, it won't lock in place. That's actually more helpful on the Pinterest side because you can shuffle your schedule. You can't shuffle your schedule because there's just not as many posts on the Instagram side. But the point of it is, I actually think this may be a bug. You shouldn't be able to drag it around if you have it here and you start planning. Okay, and I know we're up on time, but if you guys have a few minutes, I can show the Pinterest side really quickly too.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I'll switch over to Pinterest. And I have a couple of drafts waiting here, and they're from my Tailwind Create, what I just made earlier in the presentation. So I can type in here, this will go to my work board. This one will go to my wedding shower board or board collection of boards. Automatically pulled in the titles. You can type in Facebook sizes. The pin URL automatically goes to that blog post that I had already created this image around. So it's really, really easy. I can add it to my queue. Let's see, great weddings. And I can add this one to my queue. And since it's going to 3 boards, it adds 3 of them all right here. And so, for example, if I wanted to make sure this one was locked in place, it's kind of hard to see since they're all the same. But if I shuffle it, it won't go anywhere. This pin is locked in, not going anywhere. And we also have the schedule that you can set up here that has the different time slots. What we recommend.
Let's go back again. Tell me again, why do you want to lock in your post for Pinterest?
Let me get a couple more images loaded in so that it will be a little bit easier to understand. So this is another great thing about Tailwind is as you're actually on Pinterest, you can schedule pins. And if you have the browser extension, then you can hover over these pins, and the Tailwind little logo will pop up. You just click on that. It automatically opens up. It has the URL, usually the description, everything that you need. So you just have to put in the board. I'll add that to my queue. And if I come back over to my Tailwind account, refresh, now I have a few other pins in here. I have this one locked. So I really want it to go out Wednesday at 7 p.m. I need that pin to go out. If I do shuffle queue, it kind of mixes up the other ones, but this one never changes. That one will always stay where it is because it's locked in place.
Okay, when you locked it, basically what you're saying is it will be published on the day and the time that you want it to be published.
Right, yeah. And so with Pinterest, a lot of people go through and they make multiple images going to the same URL, and so they don't want those going out all in a row. So they use the shuffle queue button to make sure that it's a little bit more mixed up. It's a little more natural feeling. You're not having the same thing going out over and over and over again. But if you really want to make sure that that pin is going out at that time, then you would use the lock in place button. So for example, if you use Tailwind Create to make images for a blog post that isn't published yet, but you know you have it scheduled, it's going live. Let's say this blog post was going live at 6:58 today. Then I know that at 7 o'clock, 2 minutes later, this will be the first image published. And I don't want that to accidentally be published too quickly or not directly after, and someone else gets to it first. So it's a really great way to make sure that you are publishing right when you need it to be published. And same thing on Instagram. If you have it locked in place, and once I turn in that bug and tell them about that, then you can make sure that that image is going out right when you need it.
Okay, because right now what we're doing for the other social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram, we schedule them. We always schedule it on a particular day and a particular time. So, but Pinterest for Tailwind, for Pinterest purposes, because we have a lot of pins going out, we can choose the option to shuffle them or to actually have a definite scheduled day and time.
Correct. Yeah. So it just makes sure that you are, if you have something that's going out and you really need it at that time, it's not getting shuffled, but you can still have your other pins that are less important. When they go out, they'll still be able to be shuffled and not all go out in a row. So you have that flexibility of both having the more natural pinning experience with the shuffle button, but you can lock something in place to make sure that it doesn't go out at the wrong time.
Okay, got it. This is good.
Great. So I know we're very, very close up on time. One more thing to show is I just wanted to show sort of how you can use the browser extension. We did a little bit on the blog post, so you can select ones once they're published to schedule. Or another way you can do it is actually on Instagram. You can make regrams on Instagram. So if I wanted to reshare this photo from my wedding, I can click on the schedule button. And I'm going to switch over to my Pinterest account or my Instagram account. And now I have the photo loaded in. I need to update the caption. And I can add hashtags here. Really easy to do. So if you have a client that posted a beautiful image and you want to reshare it, you can easily do that just by using the browser extension on Instagram. Very, very easy. And you have everything that you need just right there.
So are you resharing it in Instagram or are you resharing it into, not to Pinterest, right?
Right, to Instagram.
Okay.
So it's there's apps called like Regram that you can use that do the same thing, but they always add a watermark, and a lot of people don't want a watermark on top of their beautiful image. So this way you can reshare your clients' images, tag them, make sure that they get that credit, but it doesn't have the watermark on it. You still get that great user-generated content. You still have amazing content to share, and it can all be done, all be scheduled right within Tailwind.
Fantastic. I like this. So powerful. Oh my God. So
Yeah.
many things to do.
And just wait until we update everything. So it's nothing that I've shown is going away. Everything will still be here. It's just that we're adding so much more, including the Facebook scheduling that I'm so excited about. But you'll still be able to use all of the amazing features that I showed today.
Okay. And is it the same process if we have to load a video?
Videos you do have to upload manually, but you can auto-publish those both in Pinterest and on Instagram. So really simple. You just say upload photo or video, same thing on the Instagram side.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. So are we done with the behind the scene?
Yes, we are.
Okay, then let me just go back to you and me right here. Okay. Now switch it back to Instagram. Okay.
There you go.
All right. So tell us a little bit about what about the plan. Like, what is this? How does the subscription look like? Is there a free trial? How much does it cost? What can you do with each plan?
Yeah, so we actually have a totally free account that you can use. That comes with both the Pinterest and Instagram account. You have 20 posts per month that you can schedule, and that is across both. So that's a really great way to get started, get comfortable, make sure you have the feel of everything down before you jump in and invest a very small amount into Tailwind for the rest of the scheduling. But every month with the free account, you get those 20 posts per month. And then if you want to upgrade, the next level is $15 a month. You get the Pinterest and Instagram profiles, 100 posts per month. You get access to Tailwind Create, all of the amazing things that I showed today. And then we have other plans from there. We have an advanced plan for $30 a month. And then if you're really into it, you have multiple accounts that you need to manage. We have a $60 a month max plan as well.
Okay. So for the free plan, we also get access to the Tailwind Create, right?
You do, yes.
Okay.
You get 20 designs that you can create every month.
Okay. So I know that you say Facebook is going to be launched, but if we decide to try out before it's launched, all we need to do is to contact Tailwind on the chat button and say, can you add Facebook to our account?
So we are starting our private beta, and you can reach out to us and get on the list to get access to the private beta, and that's a secret just for you guys. So you can reach out to us, get access to that, and we'll start opening up. I think here maybe next week is the plan. So fingers crossed. You know, technology, sometimes things get slower, but hopefully we'll start opening that up within the next week or two.
Okay. So we'll talk about, let's say the free plan is 20 different graphics, right? 20 different graphics, AKA posts a month. This is great because, well, I mean, Tailwind is great, not because the plan is great. I mean, the plan is great as well. So basically, you know, with the touch of the button, we can have one image that shows up, one content post that shows up in 3 different variations in terms of the image and positioning and everything. And the Facebook and Instagram algorithm updated as of February this year, God knows whether they have changed, is they would prefer that even though they have that share button, okay, in Facebook and Instagram, that you can share whatever you're posting on Facebook to Instagram and vice versa with the exact same image and exact same caption and content. They don't encourage you to do that because they want you to, for the algorithm purposes, they want you to, you can have the same content, but change up the caption a little bit, change up the image a little bit, because they want to encourage you to post organically, and because it is the robots who are pushing out your posts, they will see that, oh, this is another new content. And that, even though it's the same content, but just a different image and a different caption, but it's the same thing that you're talking about. They say, oh, but this looks different. So they will push it out to your followers as a new content. So you basically, it's just like Pinterest. It's just like Pinterest working in there, you know, like, right? Pinterest is like same content, but different images, correct?
Exactly.
So,
yeah. So you have
concept. It's the same concept.
There.
Yeah. It's the same concept that even though they give you the share button, but they say, you know what? Okay, if you're rushed for time, go ahead and share. But if you have time, just make the different images and change the caption a little bit and hashtag a little bit. So with Tailwind app, this is what, that's why I call you guys the unicorn, because with one button, I just override that. I just play nice with the algorithm, I
Right.
have the same content, but now all my pins, all my image is different for Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest,
Mhm.
right? So that is totally a game changer. So we don't, right now we don't have to like do a different image or do a different caption for Facebook and Instagram in order to reach to a broader audience. Right now, because we don't have time, so we just use the share option.
Yeah.
Now we don't have to do that. We can actually use the Tailwind app and just make the change, and then we have all these different content,
Exactly.
different posts showing up. So that is so cool. I mean, for me, that's the game changer. And the calendar is really cool as well. That gives you suggestion that, hey, listen, based on the data, this on Mondays, you're always has been doing this, and these are the time they have always been posting. So don't forget to do a post for that on that day. That's also a great tool as well. I think this is something that we probably have to take some time to navigate. How is the customer support for?
Oh, excellent. Oh, it's so good. Our customer support team is actually based here in Oklahoma City. I'm in Oklahoma City. That's where our headquarters are. And so they're my actual coworkers. I see them regularly. They're not at some call center somewhere. They're here. They really care. They're always on. So if you're in Tailwind, all you have to do is there's a little question. It's either a question mark or a smiley face on the side, depending on what page you're on. Just click on that and you'll be able to contact us. Such amazing support. We have a lot of knowledge-based articles that they can share and a lot of educational resources that you can just learn a lot about the tool.
You know how much I love Tailwind. Giving you the unicorn title. I'm already badgering my social media manager to go investigate. So. Yeah. All right. Of course, we can't live without sharing our goodies. So, as a member for Events for Anyone, we have an affiliate link that gives you $30 credit for your subscription. It's a one-time credit. Mm-hmm. So, once you decide to upgrade from the free plan to the new plan, then just ask your concierge for our link or for our discount code, and then you will be able to apply that credit to your plan. All right, it's $30 credit. So if you go on to the second tier plan, it's $15 a month. You get two months for free, basically. All right.
Great.
Thank you so much, Melissa. I really enjoyed today's session. I think all our members will see the behind the scene really enjoy it as well. So we have to have you come back and do another demo once it is launched inside Tailwind. So we will just keep me posted. We would love to have you come back to do that demo again. All right.
I would love to do it. I can't wait. I'm itching to show you guys. So I can't wait to be able to come back and do that.
So people are already asking, when is Facebook available?
So soon. I've even tested it and it works well, but we're still in those testing phases. So just as soon as it's available, once we start opening up the beta more, I'll definitely reach out and let you know exactly what that process is to get into it. But it's coming very, very soon.
Yeah, like what Melissa said, right? You can start the free account. And if you want to actually try Facebook as well, just put in the chat box and say, I'd like to be in the beta testing. So can I be included? And then there you go, you can do it. But just know that because they're working out any glitches. So if you were to be in the beta, don't expect everything to go smoothly for the Facebook, all right? Because you are being tested. So, but why not? Just do it. Or you can still just try the free version and then just use for Instagram and Pinterest at this time. And then after that, once Facebook is on, you can start using it as well. Okay?
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great way to do it.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Melissa, for your time once again. So let's stay in touch. For all of you who wants to get the discount for Tailwind, just reach out to your concierge and she will send you the link to get the discount. All right. Thank you so much, Melissa. I'm going to let you go. And I am going to have finished the conversation with my people. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
All right. Okay. So isn't that fantastic that now Melissa, okay, isn't that fantastic? Now that I know that there are several platforms who does something like that, but this is the first one that I actually see can do a lot more than what other platforms are doing. Like personally, I use Facebook Business Suite, which is free as well. But if you really want to up your social media game and include Pinterest, and as an event planner, especially if you do beautiful photos of your past events or inspiration board, you're going to look into doing Pinterest. And what is the best app to use for Pinterest and to work more efficiently? To have Instagram and Facebook. Tailwind will be your answer. Okay. So if you want to get a discount code, reach out to your concierge and then start trying it out. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great Wednesday, and I will see you next Wednesday, same time, 12 o'clock, same time, same day, 12 o'clock, Wednesday for Facebook Live tutorial. For our paid members in our mentorship program, let's hop onto Zoom. We have our class starting right now. Today, we'll be talking about mindset over mechanics. All right, see all of you next Wednesday. My paid members in our mentorship program, see you on Zoom right now. Thank you, everybody.